Folks, this is not talk shop. Oh. This is called chill shop. Every weekend we bring you chill shop. And chill shop, yeah, take it easy. But I'm going to give you some very, very, very important things, okay? Today, for example, I'm going to be talking about the mind. But get this, so I'm not talking to my classmates. So. Me, I'm 67, my classmates. What this is? I'm talking to the youth out there. The experience we've been through, the things we have learned, and how you can benefit from them, you know. And that's what I want to tell all of you. But you kind of bro on a chill pill, okay? So this is not a talk shop where we do politics. This is the chill shop where we hang out with the youth, okay? Now, before I take my commercial break, I want you to know, sir, if there's any company out there who wants to be associated with the chill shop, it's going to be one of the biggest youth advice programs you've ever seen. I'll give you a number to contact. The number is 054-278-1896. Now, when you call, speak to Yes Boss, and this is what we have about the chill shop that I like. Just tell Yes Boss the budget you have, and whatever the budget you have, we can plan a package that you'll find very, very useful. Anyway, we're going to take a short commercial break. When I come back, I'll be hanging out with the youth, and today, I'm talking to you about the power of the brain. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Angela Metal, a massage therapist at Cactus Creek. My job is simply to pamper you with the 3 hours, to relax you, to revitalize you, and to rejuvenate you. Come and let me pamper you.
055 039 5007.
Welcome back to the Chill Shop. And the Chill Shop comes your way every Saturday at 6 p.m. And trust me, like I said, this is unlike Talk Shop, which is a political show. The Chill Shop is for the youth and for anyone who wants to learn a bit of life skills. I know it's become the youth, but I'm sure there are many people listening to me who are not the youth, but they still want to hear the apport that I have to give. So, today, as I said in the opening, we can't bring in the youth, our dream way. Do you know that scientists have said that no matter what we do, we don't even capitalize on 10% of our brain? The brain power we have, the amount of things that the brain can do. Yeah, 2%, yeah, use 5%, use 6%. So much. So today I just want to talk to you about the power of the mind. Like I said in the beginning, these are my experiences that I'm sharing with you. These are not material that I've read. No, things that I've experienced in my life. You know, and having reached this age, almost 60, things I've learned that I think that if I share with you, you can also benefit from. The mind. There's an advert in the US, and I like how the advert ends. It's an advert for the, I think it's for the Negro College Fund or something, Minkai. But this is how the advert ends. When the advert ends, it says, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Pacho, if you can write that down. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. Which means basically that the power you have, if you can really utilize your mind, the things you can do, the limits you can reach, you won't believe it. So the saying is that the mind is a terrible thing to waste. And folks, I'm hoping that in this series, I'm going to try to get you to, as much as possible, use that mind. You know, on Talk Shop, I talk about critical thinking. On this platform, I say, use that mind, because it is a terrible thing to waste. Now, the mind is very funny. Let me show you something. Pacho, where you sobolo? Where sobolo? So I'll tell you where I get my sobolo. There, you can go and get some. Folks, let me tell you something about the mind. It's amazing. You know, even your Bible tells you that whatever a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It's all about the mind, though. This mind here, it is so amazing. It has the powers to attract things to you. And then I'll show you Simba. This mind has the power to attract things to you. This same mind can expel things from you. The same thing, oh. It can either attract things to you, or it can expel things from you. Now, why will it attract or expel? It depends on how you use your mind. Listen to this. If you're a positive person, basically, you believe in positivity, everything goes wrong, you try and find the good things about it and pursue the positive angle. If generally, folks, your state of mind is positive, you realize that you'll be attracting positive situations into your life. You'll be surprised that everything that seems to be coming to you is positive, because your mind is positive. And folks, the same way, if your mind is negative, you'll be surprised. Everything you attract towards you will be negative. The friends you have, the situations you go into, your basic engagement with the world on a day-to-day basis will all be negative. Why? Because the mind is negative. Let me tell you a little joke about Ghana, okay? Say Ghana, you know, our mind operates on what I call the lowest common denominator. That's how our mind works in Ghana. Not for all of us, for most of us, our minds work on the lowest common denominator, which means the bare lowest part. That's how our mind operates. Let me give you an example. For example, you meet somebody complaining, Charlie, where I live there is very, very bad. Can you believe for 3 days we have had no water? 3 days, no running water. Guess what the next person will say? Oh, now you are lucky. 3 days where? Oh, you pa. Come to my area. 3 weeks. Yes, you. 3 weeks, pow. It's you don't 3 weeks now, so no. You're lucky. And I can bet you the third person will say, oh, now 3 weeks now, 3 months. 3 months, yes, you. You know, and it gets going on and on and on, and everybody is trying to prove that they are lower than the one before. Their situation is not as good as the one before. This is what I call operating on the lowest common denominator. We are all stuck in it all. That is our state of mind. That is our state of mind. So we are always operating on that level. And I'm telling you, folks, if you want to shake that thing off, you have to make a specific attempt to change what goes into your brain. See, those of you who do computers, there's something that you call garbage in, garbage out, which means if you feed the computer with garbage, whatever it produces to you too is garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. And so, my dear young ones, if you feed your brain with useless things, that's the only thing that will come out. You can tell by now that Ghana, you feed your brain with useless things, well, Do you see the level of insane in the country? You know, I mean, even insulting people has become an art. Sini deep nipa temper, an art form. But this is what we're all feeding into our brain. That these things are cool, these things are acceptable. And so at the end of the day, our brain is also producing that back. But the important thing that I want everybody to understand is this brain will attract your state of mind to you. Honestly, if your state of mind is negative, if your state of mind is defeatist, if your state of mind so me de bibi am ye bi enye na me kwa de wiase me buy den, or to it is like, oh, me, I'm so miserable, nothing that I want to do works. If that is your state of mind, you're guaranteed that nothing you do will work. It's automatic. Because your state of mind, as the man thinketh in his heart, so is he. He says it in his heart, but it means mind. It means your state of mind. As the person's state of mind dictates to them, so is the person. So please listen to me. If you think you are a failure, if you think you are up no good, would you say would you say by trust me. You have opened the door. And you remember what I said in the beginning? That this powerful mind will attract only those things to you. You know, and you want, let me quite that thing. Why? But why me? Why is it that everything that I do doesn't work? Why is it that I keep getting the bad effects of everything? Why me? Why me? Why me? My dear young person or old person, let me tell you why you. Why you is because that is your state of mind. You have resigned yourself to that negativity. And that is what you will attract. I kid you not. That same brain, if it's positive, if you have a positive set of mind, you'll be surprised the kind of things you attract. Even your friends share that level of positivity. You get into situations that everybody seems to be very positive. You know, you encounter things, but there's all this positivity, because that is your state of mind. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That is your state of mind. Now, don't get me wrong, please. I'm not saying that if your mind is so positive, you'll never encounter any negative setback. Please. I will never say that. That because of this thing that I'm teaching you today, if you have a positive mind, you will never encounter a negative mind, something negative. No, that is wrong. No. You will encounter negative things, but the important thing is that your reaction to it will reduce that negativity or even expel that negativity. It is not what happens to you, it is how you react to what is happening to you. Note that very, very carefully, all of us. And I'm still learning you so, even though I'm giving you the apono, because it's something that you practice all the time for it to become a natural feature of you. It is not what is going to happen to you. The important thing is, how are you going to react to what happened to you? Let me give you a very simple example. If you like go to the mental hospital, or either 37 Asylum or any of the mental hospitals, and trust me, when you go to where they keep the women, you will find out that a high percentage of women that have ended up in mental institutions came from bad marriage. Our enemy is so bad, how titi on so much a big crap but them. There are many women in mental hospitals who have gone there as a result of bad marriage. Okay? Now, check this out. At the same time, there are many women who are much stronger, who are doing things, who are pronounced who are important in society, who are doing things in society as a result of bad marriage. What can I say? The same bad marriage, forces some women to go into the mental hospitals. The same bad marriage gives a woman strength to rise up and become meaningful people in the society. Do you know what the difference is? They all encounter the same problem. The only difference is how they reacted to the problem. That's why I'm saying, Charlie, I'm not saying that everything is going to be nice and cool and smooth, because also your possibility to say maybe I'm wrong. No, occasionally there might be things that will jolt you. But how do you react to it? Do you become a victim of the jolt? Say, I give up now. You're a victim of that jolt. Say, where did it come from? Or you get the jolt and say, I have meant to do this, and I'm going to stick with this, and I'm going to do it. Even though you're looking at the jolt right in your face, no, you are determined to overcome, and you overcome. But folks, all this I'm saying boils down to the state of mind. The state of mind is so powerful. And not today, but in subsequent episodes, because I know many of you, not all of you, many of you will be thinking, oh, but KSM, what we're talking about is all about religion. People say that, People say that. Oh, KSM, what are you talking about? If you have Christ, nothing can affect you, blah, 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 blah. Oh, KSM, what are you talking about? If you are a devout Muslim and you pray to Allah, nothing will affect you. Or you can say, okay, KSM, shut up. Me, I know the Baha'i faith, and the Baha'i faith tells me this and that and that. And all I'm saying, folks, you'll be surprised that all I'm saying is that whether you are Hindu, Baha'i, Christian, traditional, whatever it is, name it. Whatever you are, you realize that somewhere in your faith, they have made provision for you to have faith. They have made permission for you to have an inner strength. I mean, as the show goes on, I'll tell you, all of this in all the religions, they all talk about that inner strength that will help you cope with life. Okay? But that'll be coming up subsequently. But for today, my opening thing is this. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. This thing here is so powerful. Use it. And the way you start using it, and this is what for the next few weeks on the Chill Shop we'll be talking about. Let me take this opportunity to tell you that we have Talk Shop. Where they call politics. Talk Shop they giddy. And then we on the weekends, Saturdays, we have Chill Shop. Chill Shop is relaxed. We're not talking about the politics. We are saying that in spite of the politics, in spite of the hardships out there, in spite of the difficulties out there, in spite of the turbulence out there, in spite of everything, there's one thing you can do for yourself. Prepare that mind. Develop a strong mind. And when I say develop a strong mind, all I'm saying is that you have to identify something within you, a certain power within you that can actually face anything that you encounter and say, oh yeah, I've encountered this, I can overcome it. It is so key. And the amazing thing as we go on is that you find out that this element of survival and strength of having a strong mind exists in every religion. Every religion talks about it in different ways. When you read the Bible, for example, it says, whatever a man soweth, that shall he reap. And then you go to the Baha'i or Hindu who believe in karma. Whatever you throw out there will come to you. What's the difference between karma and that scripture? So I'm not going to go to scripture now, please. Let's not take this into a scriptural thing. I am just staying with the basic thing. That if you are able to empower your mind, it is a skill that will help you. You see, what you have to understand is that this is a very tough life. This can be a very rollicking life, ups and downs. At the same time, this can be the most peaceful life that you ever experienced. It can be the most rewarding life that you will ever experience. But whether it's going to be turbulent or whether it's going to be rewarding depends on your state of mind. And just to go over it again, it is not that you won't encounter any problem. It is not possible. So the way we are simple, we be fly cool. It could be, but definitely at one point or the other, you're going to hit something that will jolt you. And so what I've been saying is that is not important though. The fact that you've been hit, and the fact that something has jolted you is not important. The important thing is, how do you react to it? It's all in the reaction. It's in the reaction that will determine whether you have succeeded, or the reaction will determine that you have failed. It's all in the reaction. So as the weeks go on, when you join Chill Shop, I'm going to give you some step-by-step ways of building this mind up. What I want to say right from the beginning is that I'm not sitting here saying I'm going to promise you, say I'm going to give you some approach to life that you will not have any difficulties. That's silly, you know. Well, I'm going to give you a certain approach to life that from now on everything will be smooth. You have to give me a second when I sip my little sobolo here. Sobolo should not be in a glass. You should be in a calabash, probably. I know some of you are supposed to say, when you sobolo, no. This is nice, gentle sobolo. I'm sorry it's in a glass, but yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm not going to sit here and promise you like, oh, problem if you do this, it is guaranteed. No. All I can assure you is that you can develop your mind to a point where nothing will ruffle you. No matter how much you're shaking, no matter how you're ruffled, you look beyond that and say, you know that you're hooked into this mind and you're going to overcome, and you have overcome. Thank you, folks. So this is going to be the nature of Chill Shop. You know, we're talking about the power of the brain. We're talking about life skills. And where I think at some point I may have to introduce some religion into it is that some people will feel more comfortable with religion as a background. I don't have a problem. I'll tell you why you feel comfortable with religion as a background. Why you need religion as a background for you, and how that works. And for those who just want a means of strengthening their minds and saying, say, whether I'm Hindu, Christian, my mind is strengthened, and I'll survive. Or I have survived, you know. So Chill Shop is about life skills. I'm ending now. Chill Shop is about life skills. So every weekend on Saturday at 6 p.m. we're on YouTube. And the beautiful thing about YouTube is that we are available upon demand. So if you happen to have mixed 6 p.m., it doesn't matter. Let me see what KSM talks on Chill Shop. Now, why? Anytime. But the purpose of Chill Shop is to empower you. The purpose of Chill Shop is to let you understand that inside you there's some fire burning. Unimo. When they when you say, oh, and I say me come to school, me say, that's all we know. But inside you, there's a fire burning. There's a fire of persistence. There's a fire of faith. There's a fire of commitment. And trust me, when you control your mind to the point that you are aware of all these fires burning inside you, and you decide, I am going to control them, and I'm going to use them as the guideline to how I live, you'll be amazed what you come up with. Folks, this has been Chill Shop, your first edition of Chill Shop. Next week we'll come back and we'll continue, you know. But trust me, stay with me for the length of Chill Shop. Also, let me invite everybody, you know, who has a question that wants to send it, you know, just send me your question. As much as possible, next week I'll answer all the little questions that you may have, all the little misunderstandings that you may have, and try to clarify them, all of them. And then when I come out next week, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, trust me, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Catch you with you next time.